What's up, YouTube? Right, today we're going to be replacing, or attempting to replace, the ribbon cable slash flex cable on this Kenwood DPX-6021M, which is my car stereo. At the moment, the sort of top half of the display is broken. Let's go and look at that. Right, just to show you my current issue, I'm just going to turn the ignition on and turn this on. So, as you can see, the top... Oh god! Excuse my Phil Collins. That'll be a copyright strike. The top half is every day shows a different pattern, but obviously it's not what it's supposed to be showing. So the bottom half is completely fine, it's just the top half. Although this ribbon cable, flex cable coming through to is the only thing connected to the front panel, the eject buttons still work. So I think all I want is this bit so I can get my cool little animation. Side note, the only reason I'm making this video at all is because no one else has made one on YouTube, so I couldn't just watch someone else's video. Otherwise I would have just done that. I don't care about making this at all. I'm putting in all this effort to try and help other people. So if I do something wrong, or get something in, like do something in the wrong order, or you know, whatever, mind your damn business. Okay, so here we've got the part I ordered, which came from Singapore. Look at that, an official Kenwood spare part. This was made by hand by John Kenwood himself. We can only pray that I've got the right part number. Another thing to note is when you're working on older Japanese electronic stuff like this, you're supposed to use special bits called JIS, which is Japanese Industrial Standard. Otherwise, apparently you strip the screws. I've got an iFixit kit here, so you can see on these four here, we'll start with J. I think that's what I'm supposed to be using. So I will try and use those, but they don't seem to be very big, so I might end up using normal Phillips. Right then, so first thing we're going to do is remove these side brackets, which have M5 screws in them. Very important to know that with the stereo you cannot have these longer than 8mm. Well, imagine if it's focused. Useless camera. And I found out the hard way because I was reusing mine from my old Sony stereo, and they were like 10mm. And they were actually pushing on behind this side here is all the gears for the motor that moves the front screen. And if you've got two long bolts in there, it will sort of push into the gears and stop that working. So definitely make sure you have M5 by 8mm. It's come to my attention that there's something moving around in here, that's quite concerning. So now we're left with the stereo itself. The ribbon cable that we want is attached to the motherboard, which is right along the bottom here. So you're supposed to take off the top and work your way through to get to the bottom. And that's where the connector will be. And then we'll take off the front, obviously. So we've got one screw right at the top here. Now, where I choose to put these is going to be crucial to putting this back together properly. So I'm going to have to come up with some kind of organised way of doing it. Oh, Jesus. So to get this lid off now, I'm going to try and do it with some tweezers. How am I going to show this to you? I'll try and film on my phone. But basically, using the angle of the tweezers, you can fit it into this gap here and just prise like that. That's the best way I've found. So how do we get this out then? I'm just trying to look what's going on in here, but I can't really see how that's... Oh, I'm being such an idiot. Ignore me. If you can see in here, there are just two tabs in here as well that I couldn't see before because I've got vision issues. I'm trying to do this without getting my hand in the way, but there you go. So, top can now come off. So now with the top off, we can see the CD reader, and that's the next thing we need to remove, I think. With a CD in it. presumably Phil Collins. So we've got one screw here, one screw in here, and one in there. So 3 screws and we'll have that out. It's just so annoying having the camera in the way when I'm trying to undo screws. So just looking at the screw sizes, the two in these 2 holes are slightly bigger than the one that was here. So it's good to keep them separate. As for actually taking out the CD reader, that's fine, although we have a ribbon cable underneath. Pretty long one. So there's the connector. Let's see if I can zoom in at all. Not really. You can now enjoy watching me struggle with this really awkward angle because the tripod's in front of me. But I'm going to try and use these tweezers to push up these 2 little sides here. So this is just one contained unit now. Put that over there. And I will be keeping these screws separate. So now we're another layer through this. We've just got to take off this next tray here. I can see a screw there and a screw there. But we're probably going to have to do some of these side screws as well. So I'm going to go for that one and that one. In fact, since this is all one big metal piece, this kind of heat sinky thing, I'm going to go for this one first. So let's do that. Ooh. We've got some very long boy screws coming out of this. My hands look so big and clumsy on this video. I don't really know what to do with them. It's all weird when you're being filmed. So then we've just got one more there and there. Oh, actually, there's a big black one there. So here's the screws that have come out of the spike piece, kind of laid out in the order that they came out in. So now we can remove this. It's just one solid thing. Revealing... well, I don't have any clue what that is. I've changed the camera angle somewhat because I'm fed up of sitting down, my back's really hurting. Right, so I'm going to move this and the screws off to the side as well. So now we're going to... what I don't know. I'm going to remove these 2 screws here and this guy. Was that even... yeah, that is necessary. Okay. Something has just fallen out, which must have been what's rattling around in there. Do we know what this is? I'm sure we'll find out. Alright, let's do these 2 then. Are these 2 screws actually different lengths as well? I think they are. Yeah, they are. So, even that one and that one. Oh god, yeah, this was the one in the back. Okay. I'm going to desperately try and remember where everything went. Okay, we're finally at the point where I can take off that and that. Okay, let's put those over there. I'd be interested to know why this isn't moving. Alright, so we've got one more here. Honestly, I'm a massive loser. I think we have to do all 3 of these as well. And these 2 on this side. I'm sitting down again for the side that I don't know. Alright, so for these side ones, I'm going to be using JIS 0 bit, which is... I don't really see a difference. But. We appear to have lost a screw. That screw has had a home since the 90s, and now finally ruined it. This is not good at all. Oh, I think I found it. It's fine. I've got it. He has returned. It's actually probably the case that we need to just remove these side trim pieces at this point. Because I'm not taking this out without these out of the way and it's all connected. So what do we need to do now then? I reckon we're going to need to remove these sort of black screws at the bottom which should hopefully allow this whole front piece to move, which will mean we can free this out, because right now that's kind of tucked in there. At this point, I am a little overwhelmed. I don't think there's any shame in saying that. Okay, the screen is basically free now, which means perhaps these might want to come out, possibly. Also, please note that little black screws I took out for the front screen have their own little washers. So you don't want to lose those. Oh god. I don't know what I'm doing at this point. What it feels like is that I've just broken an expensive stereo and have no hope of putting it back together. So that kind of comes out like that. Right, these sides seem to be clipped in somehow, so I don't know if it's as simple as just... Oh! Yeah, you can kind of prise these off, it looks like. Oh no! It sure is good we don't care about the ribbon cable that's currently connected. Well, I would be in a world of pain right now. I might not even be able to film me putting this back together because I need to keep the ribbon cable alive once I've changed it. Alright, so that's the piece off the side. He's really looking like he wants to go now. Oh my god. Alright, it looks like these, in the same way that these are kind of clipped on, this is kind of clipped on, maybe? There's probably some sort of little locating pin in there or something. Yeah, you can literally just prise that off. That's for this front bit, so I'm not really sure. What is stopping this then? Unless this whole front bit's supposed to come off first, but oh! I don't think it is really. Much like my life, I'm at a bit of a loss here. I think maybe we will take off this panel behind the front first, but whether or not that's the right thing to do, I do not know. So in there we've just got two more normal screws. JIS zeros. Whatever the hell that means. There is no hope in me putting this back together correctly, by the way. Like, every screw is different. And because of this stupid, like, camera tripod arrangement, I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing. So, I haven't really put stuff in the most logical, organised places. So, you'll come off now, please. Obviously, we do have the ribbon cable here, which is important not to destroy. This is getting lifted off. Which apparently it now is. This is happening. Ah! You should be able to just thread this through without damaging it. Okay. So, top tray is now off. Who knows what screws went where? Maybe we never will know. Oh, this is just a disaster. Much to think about. So we're now right at the bottom of this thing. You can see the mini disc player right in the middle here. So we're going to need to take that out. And then we'll finally be at the bottom level with the motherboard. And we'll be able to detach the ribbon cable. We'll also have to detach the other side on here, which is going to be interesting. And by interesting I mean tragic and probably a failure. So, oh my word! I imagine if this camera wasn't in the way, I could have done this in half the time. So for the mini disc player, it looks like we've got one screw down there, one screw in there, one down there, one down there. Just the classic 4 here. You can see down here we've got all the gears and the motor for the motorized front panel. this is all just flopping around now. I'd really love to know what these two screws are that I've just realised here. I cannot remember. But I'm sure by the time I've edited this, I'll know. Oh, they're probably there for this bit, aren't they? So that's fine. We're going to use JIS1 for this. Looks like all these screws are the same size as well, which is really nice. Alright then, so looks like I've got another ribbon cable to deal with. Now you get to watch me fail at doing this as well. Oh god, I hope I don't damage this. I shouldn't even do this on camera. It's not worth me damaging my poor little mini disc reader just for this. Okay. Really safe. There are now pieces all over this desk. It's actually probably makes more sense to just lie this down like this. I don't know why I didn't think of that before. So now on the back of here, you can see one part of where the ribbon cable goes. I guess these are more flex cable than ribbon cable. This kind of looks a bit more ribbon cable-y. Who knows what the correct terminology is? I don't, and I'm really not qualified to be doing this. I could like pin this to the side somehow. That would be really nice, because it's really getting in the way. Yeah, that was actually quite good. I really don't know if I'm going to be able to do this cable replacement with the camera going, because it's just... Oh, well, I can do it with the camera going. I don't think I can show you very well. It's going to require my full attention. So I'll just show you a close-up shot of my phone. So behind this cover here, you've got one part of the cable going to that. You've got one part down there, just under that bar, which is really annoyingly positioned, although honestly, I think I'm just going to have to remove this whole piece here. And then as for the screen itself, there's another one in there. So, I think the play is going to be remove this piece here, well, two screws there, and get that off. Remove that side of the connector, the motherboard side, because then I'll be able to just move this away, and then I can swap the cable on the screen without like the limited movement of having it tethered like it currently is. Right, I hate my life. Right, so let's go for trusty JIS1 again. We still don't know where that brass looking piece of metal goes either. I must add. I think I've actually run out of places to... Ah! I just dropped a screwdriver on my foot. I think I've actually run out of places to put things now. What can go there? Okay, so what's the situation here gonna be? Well, that's probably as good as I can set the camera up for this. Right, how does one do this then? We've got the same kind of things on the sides. Where's John Kenwood's brand new... Once again, I show this one more time for anyone doing this. Well, we don't even know if this is going to work yet. To be honest, it probably won't. Oh, I ordered two! I forgot I ordered two. Okay, so we actually get 2 attempts. This is so scary. Can you see the little, like, black specks on him? Is this dirt? Oh, it's just dirt. Okay. Well, I don't know if that's affecting the display or not. It is a pretty old cable. I feel like I'm gonna need... Let me just see if I've got any tweezers. Right then, we're back. Sorry about that. The camera just at that crucial moment ran out of battery. And then I decided to go to Mackey's, and I'm now really bloated because I ate a lot of burgers. So I'm pretty sure this will impact me negatively. I got some tweezers. My plan is just to try, because it's also fragile. Great, they don't grab it at all. So that was a massive waste. Do I just do this with my fingers? That is what she said. I mean, I've lifted out the stupid little... I've lifted out the... I mean, yeah, these two things are out as much as they can go. I'm pretty sure this will just come out, you know. Yeah, literally, it will. Ooh. So, this is exciting. Now I need to do the same thing. This is not going back together properly, by the way. It's just not going to happen. Is this even the correct way to be doing this? Why has this got this thing here? Do I need to remove that? Should I be using that again? I just have no idea what I'm doing. Why am I doing this side first when I should probably do the change it on the other? Right, let's go back to this. I don't know how fragile this is. Presumably very. You're gonna have to bear with me because I can't really show this very well now. It's not really about you anymore, it's about fixing my own stereo. Is that even the hole? I can't even tell. It's gotta be it. This is right. What's the camera? Sure. Camera can't see anything, of course. What I should do is buy a lens that can actually zoom in. This is awful. If this flex cable really did work before, it's... Oh, that didn't sound good. Ah, I don't like it when it's... Can I, like, grab it this way? No. Oh. Oh, is it because this has gone back in? I think it is, you know. I think that's gone back in. Oh my god, this is so awful. Just get in there. Like, literally, just get in there. Get in there. Get in there. Go on. Go on. Oh. Okay, we're back. I think I've pretty much got it in there. I've secured those two little locking tabs on the side. So that's good. What does that mean for this video? Well, I don't know. I didn't think I'd get this far. I do need to find where this little piece goes. It seems fairly important. Oh, I'm so bloated from burgers. What am I gonna do? Okay, I know now. After some consulting, we are extremely back. This piece goes on here. I don't know why I expect the camera to focus. What the hell? Like, it will focus on anything that isn't that. Oh yeah, I should do that. Here is a better view here. In case this piece comes off for you, if you are doing the same thing as me. Here is the situation with this at the moment. Looking at the back of the screen with what's left of the old cable, I am a little bit wary of these pads that have been put on from the factory. Not only have they disintegrated on this one and started just going all over the place, but I don't know if they are necessary to stop some kind of wear when the front moves, or if they brush against something. I don't know. But now we're going to have to deal with taking this off, which is going to be fun. But it's not like this is a problem. I don't know why I'm even whining about it, but it's going to be hard to get it on here now that I've done that other side first. But I don't think... I feel like it would be harder to have this side on first and then do that. But I don't know. If this goes really badly when you're doing it, you can just do the opposite of what I do. Sorry about the horrific camera angle, by the way. I mean, I can barely see it, so I doubt you can see it very well at all. Right, let's crack on with this, shall we? It's also perished, but just the plastic is making the most horrible noises. What are you supposed to hook in here to actually do this? I'm sure you're not supposed to push it with tweezers like I'm doing. Notice how I have no manual dexterity skills. Right, with those two down, once I've lifted this up, this should slide, right? Oh. I'm also now wondering, should I have waited until I took this off to see how this is like bent, and then bend this one accordingly? I don't know. I also don't know what way to go about putting this back on now, because we've got this panel here, which is obviously the front panel. Actually, now I'll just see it. Look, it's all covered in gloop and goop and bad things, so I'm gonna give that a clean a sec. Okay, I'm back again. I did try and give this a good clean, but as you can see, there's still quite a lot of dirt on it. I mean, I did give it a good scrub. I don't think this dirt's coming off. I imported this from Japan, and clearly some Japanese person spunked on it or something. We're gonna just proceed with however this gets tucked like this. I have to keep moving my head up to see if you can see it in the viewfinder. I think that's all the way up. This is very tense. Right. I don't know what's going on here. I've got it in the hole, I think. It's not sitting flush, but I can't remember if it was before or not. I assume not. This is not my finest performance. I mean, it seems secure. It's in there as much as I can really get it in. So then that kind of sits on there like that. How the hell am I going to do this? This could be one of the struggles of all time. It's just not happening, really, is it? That's just not going to go in there. How is a human supposed to do that? Oh, I'm just gonna cut this because okay, new plan. I'm gonna do this connector last. I just don't know what else I'm gonna do, so let's get this out of the way. The amount of stress I'm putting on this cable is just a joke. Like, we're definitely gonna need the second one. This one's toast. I can feel it. So without this connected on that side, we can therefore hopefully get this done quite easily. I still don't know if this is even the right way to do it, but we're gonna try. I'm so sorry, Mr. Ribbon Cable. I'm so sorry, Mr. Ribbon Cable. Oh, get in there. Please. Please. Every day is such misery. That needs to be going through there. That is now in there. There's just no way to pull these things in without ruining the cable. Oh my goodness. Really, you need like two people with both with tweezers to do this on each side at once. Oh, I've got really bad foot cramp! Ah! Oh! Okay, so we're now at the point where I want to just die. We're now at the point where I can hopefully... Oh, I don't know how I'm going to do it this way. Oh, this is so bad. Everything about this is so bad. Oh, for God's sake. What a terrible way to... There is no way that this is the service manual way of doing it. Which I don't even know if I've looked for. Maybe it would have helped if I... Oh my God! I don't like have enough control over the different parts of my hands at the same time to be able to do this. Why is it all like flicking up that? Please. Please do it, for Mr. Kenwood's sake. Please! Oh Lord! Ah! This could be one of the least fun things I've ever done. Get in there. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh my god. Please go in. Please go in. Go in! Please! Please! Oh, please tell me I got that on camera. The camera's not even pointing at it! Oh. Oh, well. Oh, I don't care about the camera. All that matters is that I've got this kind of in now. There is no way for me to really capture this because of the difficult location I've put this camera in. I mean, look, it's pretty much in, right? So, I'm just too scared to touch any of it now. I mean, it's in as far as it's gonna go, I think. Let's get the old tweezeroonies back out. I need something to brace them against. I just have nothing to brace them against. What am I supposed to do? How is this supposed to happen? It's just not happening in there. Oh! Are they in? I think they're in, you know. I think they are in. Let me get the old S25 flashlight. I don't know if you can see that or not, but they're in. How am I supposed to get this back in there? Oh wait, I just forgot about that big old cage that I took out. Let's put that back in. Oh, this is so bad. This is so terrible. Where even was this? Wasn't it? Was this in there like this, or was it on the other side? I'm so confused. Is this meant to be on the other side of this? Or is that not right? That can't be right, because it won't. No, it's not. No. So that does go down like that. This must sit. Oh, that's got to be on the inside, for sure. I think this is right. So, which means I'm going to use JIS 1 and 2 and get that back in. Wait. Oh no, that was fine. Wait, no, that's not right. Is this even the right screw? I'm actually starting to doubt if I've got the right screws in there, because it's not liking it. I don't like it. It has to be right because, I mean, let me try one of these and just see if it goes in. No, it doesn't. I need to stop doubting myself. I know what I'm doing. Oh god. Wait, weren't there 4 of these? No, there weren't 4. There can't have been. Oh, that brass bit was definitely on top. Okay. Things are developing. So can you see in here? In this bit here, there's a sort of brass coloured bit, and that's supposed to be on top, which I've not done here. So we'll take this out. Right, I've made some space, so that should be able to slide under now. Why does it need to be there like that? There you go. So, I don't know if the camera can even pick any of this up. Not really, no. I'm sorry about that. If you're taking this apart, this thing in there we go. That needs to be on top. Whereas before, when I put this cage thing back in, it was underneath. So, there you go. So, I'll try and do it this way. And I've immediately done the wrong screws. Right, correct screw. It's just weird, it's not biting properly. Oh my god, I've got issues. I've got so many issues. The screw here is just not properly going in. It all feels a bit wrong. This one kind of has gone in. Yeah, actually that one has gone in. So, I'm trying to be reasonable. Oh. Well, that feels now like I've just crossed through it, but it's secured in place, and that's what we care about. Next, I should probably tackle the front again. The whole reason I took this apart. How does this secure in place then? That's what I want to know. I don't enjoy stretching this new thing I've put on. I really cocked this up, haven't I? Can I possibly get a screwdriver in the side? I wonder. This is not how it's supposed to go at all. Oh my god. I'm gonna throw this out the window really soon. Who puts screws behind this like this? And I get it if you could get to them now, but I kind of technically can, but I'd have to do something really stupid, which would be put this up like this. Which is not where it wants to be if this works. This will go down in history. Well, I got one in. Can I get another one in? I mean, the ribbon cable is completely destroyed now. There's no doubt about it. There is no way this is... You can't really see it on the camera, but it is so warped and being moved in ways it's not supposed to be. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh. Well, I don't really know if you can see this, but I've just managed to move out of the way diagonally. The entire order I've done all of this in is just so wrong. I mean, I've got those in now, so that's good, but at what cost? It's just awful. I've probably ruined this, so let's get the camera back down. I'm gonna try and get those two black screws with the washers into the sides again. I assume that's the right thing to do right now. Oh, well, it's added back some stability that I was desperately needing. I'm a bit concerned that where that one's going through, it's actually been kind of trapped. I don't think I slid it underneath the thing where I was supposed to. We can't really see in there. I might have to take out the cage again just to check, because I'm getting paranoid. I really can't tell if I did that right. I'm looking all in here to see what I've done. I can't really tell. I think I'm of the opinion we just leave it and see if it's broken. What a stressful ordeal, honestly. We've run out of light outside. It's now dark, so the camera's probably got nothing. I've just had the absolutely genius idea of moving the camera to my desk where there's a light shining down. So you might actually be able to see what's happening inside and out. It doesn't look great, actually, does it? But it's better than it was. Okay, so I'm going to use JIS1. That's not secure. Imagine a world where screws just screw. So here is the current situation. I think I'm going to attempt to put the mini disc reader back in because it'll make me feel like I'm making some kind of progress. What's that? That's CD, isn't it? Or is this CD? No idea. How on earth are you meant to tell these apart? What am I doing? They're both pointing in the same direction as well. I would assume that's CD because... Right, yeah. This one has to be CD. So remember where I could barely get this out of the connector? Well, putting it back in is like a lot worse. Oh, I say that. I say that. Oh, I need another hand. I need another hand. Done. How does one lower this back down? There's so many little things to hit on the way. That's apparently in, so let's get that bad boy screwed down. I have to be honest, none of these screws are going in properly at all. I'm going backwards and trying to let them find their little thread. They are just not doing it. They're all going in wonky. Maybe I've just not aligned this. Well, it doesn't. It only kind of goes in one way. There's not really a lot of movement. Oh. Let's try the back one instead. Oh, that one's alright. That one's fine. So maybe the screws just have their own special holes that they like. No, not this one. He hates all of them. He hates all the holes. Is it because I'm using a JIS1 bit and not just some Tesco value Phillips? That's what I want to know. That appears to have worked a lot better. Yeah, it was just the... Right, well, it's the next day now. I thought I'd come back to this today. So, let's get this finished off. And then we can put it in the car and see if I've broken everything. Okay, cage time. So, we've got to get this up through... A lot better. This is very annoying because of the side tabs on here. They need to go on the outside, but it's quite hard to do. I really don't want to snap them, obviously. Alright, that was a good noise. Have I done this correctly? There's no way that's got on the inside. Oh. I'm fairly sure I had that right. I'm pretty sure these two tabs, can you see this and that one, go on the outside of this. So, oh, I did it. Nice. So that is on now, and these two holes are lining up, and tabs on both sides of this are correct. I don't know if the camera's focusing, so I cannot see the viewfinder. So that has no adjustment room, really, which is interesting because it seems like it needs to be adjusted. The two holes at the back, they do kind of line up, but not completely. All the other holes line up, so I'm gonna go for it. Now I have to try and remember what screws went where with this. We did have these 3 black screws before, and I think 2 of them went there and there. So let's do that. The 3rd black screw, I think, was on one of the sides, wasn't it? That last black screw goes there. Okay, so with this pulled through, we can start the CD player now. Since this bit's loose, I'm going to sort of push it up a little bit. No, well, that didn't work at all, did it? If I can keep it flat, maybe that'll help. No. Not at all. I've got it clamped down with one finger now. So that's in. How did this go in then? Alright, so that's lined up with this hole and the 2 holes down there. From the 3 screws that came from that CD player, obviously we had one that was a slightly different size, so that's going to go at the back. These screws really do seem to have issues finding their threads quite often. It's not... It would be quite easy to cross-thread, I think, on her. And I probably have done. Who knows? Right, she's in then, so that's it. All this time while I'm putting this back together, I'm remembering this little piece here. I'm just checking that that's still secure, because I'm not having that rattling around. At this point, I think it's probably best to put those side brackets back in that I took off. So this is them, and I got them on the wrong sides. So they kind of go in like this. As for how you put them on, I don't know. Obviously we need to get this rod kind of in this groove here. So I don't know what I'm going to do here. I think you definitely need to get that in this groove before you try and slide it in here. And these sort of smaller tabs, they need to go behind the metal on this edge, whereas obviously these need to be sticking out. I don't know what I'm going to do then. I've accidentally put it on without getting this in, which is what I just said not to do. I'm sure this old brittle plastic will snap very soon because I just keep messing it up. Oh, right. I assume that's right. Since I've done that other side first and you now can't move this, I can't get this in. So I was right to not screw that up. That's another stupid thing I've done. You actually need to do both at the same time. You can't just do this one and then do this, because obviously now with this part rod locked into the groove for that, this is not going to move, so I can't slide that in. So this is going to have to come off again. Oh my god. So I've kind of got it back off. I might try and get the other side on while this can move a little bit. Maybe it'll give me enough wiggle room. Alright, I think have I done this? Have I just done this? Well, the holes seem to line up on both sides, so I think it's probably fine. I'm gonna do them up. These are smaller screws, so I'm gonna swap back to trusty JIS1 here. I've just realised that I never put these screws back in for this, the side of this tray that we did for the CD player, which was these 3 screws here, and we have one slightly bigger one, so I think that went at the back. Now, that's better. So, I think now we just need to get this black piece back on the side here. Brilliant. I've just realised while doing this that they've actually put numbers above the different holes to show you, I don't know, is that meant to be what order to do them in? That's kind of cool. Now I've just got to do this black screw right at the end. I'm just checking all of the sides and, well, what I've done, because I've ended up with an extra screw, which is a sign of a successful repair job. I've ended up with this spare, so if anyone can tell me where this is supposed to go, that would be really good, because I cannot tell. So now we just got to get this cover back on. I say that as if it's easy or normal. That all sounded good and positive, so I think we're pretty much done. I think. Of course that doesn't want to go in. Just going to use my normal Phillips screwdriver for that, because I think I just have the wrong size on JIS bits. And there you've got it. Professional Kenwood engineer tear down and reinstall of everything. That was really painful and not very enjoyable. Let's go try it in the car and see if I've broken it. Okay, so we're back in the car. I've removed the center console, as you can see. Got the stereo in here. Give me a second to get it wired up and then we'll see the big moment of truth. Right, okay, it's back in. You are going to see this live with me. Live reaction. Ignition's going on. I'm gonna turn it on. I'm gonna do it. Bloody hell!